Hey guys, and welcome to another Pinnacle Performance product review. Today we're going to be reviewing EMRALD Labs Recoverade, which is one of the branched-chain amino acid recovery products that we stock in the shop. It's a personal go-to out of a couple of different products that I'll alternate between, but I figured this would be a good one to give a review as I've had a few people ask on it, and it is a recently new product to the shop. Not as a category, but just as this kind of this brand and this specific Recoverade product. So Recoverade is great for anyone who's looking to, one, improve their recovery by reducing their delayed onset muscle soreness, two, reducing muscle catabolism, so reducing muscle breakdown intra workout, and also increasing muscle protein synthesis through MPS, which is, we'll get a little bit more into that. The other two things in this formula that I believe give it a variance to other just normal branched-chain amino acid formulas. It has a nootropic blend in there, the combination of taurine, alpha-GPC, and tyrosine, which is one of the reasons I've been using it, as I'm not using caffeine in the morning, so it's good to have that little like focus kick without actually having the caffeine. If you are training early in the morning just like me without the caffeine, it could also be applicable to you. It is also a great hydration product, so they use a combination of magnesium, sodium, and they also use potassium in there. They have a natural pink sea salt in there as well to once again support hydration. So first things first, looking at introducing a recovery product is only going to be applicable if you are optimizing the other pillars of your life. So if you're optimizing your sleep, if you're optimizing your protein intake, and obviously optimizing hydration in terms of just enough water intake, excluding the electrolyte component, and you're still suffering delayed onset muscle soreness or an extended period of delayed onset muscle soreness, then something like Recoverade is going to definitely fall into the category of something that you want to look towards. It also can, as mentioned, help with increasing muscle protein synthesis through utilizing a large dose of leucine, which is is the primary amino acid, branched-chain amino acid responsible for increasing muscle protein synthesis. And this formula in particular is a 2:1:1 ratio of that leucine, isoleucine, valine, which is what we want to see in our branched-chain amino acid products. So it is totally in a 12-gram serve, 5 grams of that being the branched-chain amino acids. Some of the other products in its category are slightly higher, sit generally around that 7 grams, although they don't contain a lot of the other nootropics and hydration components that this Recoverade does contain, which I believe plays into, not so much the nootropic, but the hydration and the magnesium aspect definitely play a very important role in reducing muscle cramps and then obviously reducing that delayed onset muscle soreness. So they're kind of looking at the recovery side of things as a whole, which is one of the reasons that I do really like this Recoverade product. So who is it going to be applicable for? Basically anyone who's doing any sort of training, whether that is endurance-based training, general bodybuilding training, you're a combat athlete, and you're looking to improve your recovery. Once again, when you've already optimized your sleep, protein intake, and hydration, and you're still suffering that delayed onset muscle soreness, you look at adding something like this in. But it doesn't have to be just specifically to someone who's a bodybuilder or just someone who's specifically running. It's also very applicable for anyone who's looking to, one, increase their hydration without just drinking water. If you want to add something to your water that's going to make it easier for you to drink, and this Recoverade tastes amazing. I wrote the flavors down so I can remember them. We have bubblegum grape, watermelon snow cone, mango ice, pineapple slice, blue crush, and my personal favorite, which is honeydew melon. The reason I like the honeydew melon is it's way dialed back in flavor. It's not super sweet, super over the top, and because I'm using it training in the AM, it's just perfect. The cool thing about EMRALD Labs, I don't know if we're going to actually get a focus on this, but they have a sweetness meter on their packaging, so it can actually you can gauge how sweet the product's going to be, and they do this for all their flavors in all their products. That honeydew melon being a little bit dialed back is what I'm personally after. If you do like things that are a little bit sweeter, then look at something like your bubblegum grape. But having something like this nice to sip on, helping to increase your daily water intake, is another reason that it may be applicable. And outside of the water, you obviously have that hydration blend in there as well. So the way you're going to want to use this, if you're using it specifically around your workout times, is intra workout. So while you're training, you want to fill up your shaker, add a scoop in and then sip on it throughout your workout. If you're playing a game such as like rugby or basketball, you're going to be utilizing it then. Same thing, fill up the shaker, leave it on the sideline whenever you're looking to rehydrate, or at halftime, smash down a bunch of it there. Or you can grab one of the big jugs like we have in the shop, the 2.2 liters, fill that up, throw your aminos in it, keep it in the fridge, put ice in it, and then sip on it throughout the day, and aim to get your water intake up. As mentioned in the past, should be looking to try and get about 2.5 liters in if you are a woman, and about 3.5 if you are a man. And that should be your daily goal for your water intake, especially if you are someone who trains. But overall, huge fan of Recoverade as a recovery-based product. I'm looking to do probably more comparative type reviews as well, because something like the amino acid product category is very stagnant, I would say. Like, we kind of understand a lot of the research that goes into amino acids. So now it's more about like, we have that as a foundation, and what products are doing things different outside of their base, whether it is their 2-1-1 ratio or their full 9 essential amino acid, branched amino acid blends. What are they doing differently outside of that? As mentioned with Recoverade, I love the fact that they have the magnesium in there, that natural electrolyte blend in there as well, and the nootropics. I just think that that is a cool little addition against the brands that are potentially doing nothing extra, or potentially things that just aren't as specific to recovery and or the focus side of things, which is more specifically applicable to me. If you would like to see a specific product get reviewed, leave a comment below, because we are filming way more videos now that we have a new camera set up, and we've set up a little bit of a section at the back of the shop to be able to film. Highly recommend checking this out. If you are local and you can come into the shop, we always have tubs open for people to be able to trial. Otherwise, you can always send us a DM on Instagram, and if we have any samples available, we can throw it in with your online order. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe.